Hey Flosstube, it's Sarah, our Stitching Kingdom. I am coming at you on Monday, September 8th, 2025. We're a little late in getting into September. Things have been a little cuckoo here, but that's par for the course. I started back with teaching preschool on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then with the Labor Day holiday, it's just things have been a little crazy. So I am here with my balance of Arbitrary August, and then what I'm working on for September, and yeah, so we'll go from there. And I might have to pull my whip go in the other room, so I'll go do that at the end. So Arbitrary August, what I had pulled, I was doing a wheel spin, and so I was working on Octopus Treasure Cave, and I had shown, oh, I have to get it down. It did finish. So I think I was talking about how that was my current spin that I needed to get 500 stitches on, and with it being half stitches, I have to, or specialty stitches, I have to do 1,000. So here is where I'm at on Octopus Treasure Cave. So I got the bottom two little swirly guys done, and got the outline done on this one. So next time this gets called for categories or somebody chooses it for WhipGo, I will finish the other outline and then do the black work on the inside. So super excited about that. Super excited to get to part 2 that has cross stitches more than what this one did, because like that border is all pretty much specialty stitches and back stitching, and I'm ready for some easy stuff. So first off, welcome back. We're just hopping into it. Happy to have you all here. And yeah, so we're just hopping back into it, because that if I don't record it, it's not gonna get done. It's just the way that life is this time. So, and then the next spin was the Owl Forest embroidery, and this is the Alice in Wonderland stitch along that is free on their website. It is a download, and I don't know if I don't think I have a full picture of it. I don't think I do. I mean, it is free, but still, I don't want to. So that's what the full one looks like. Tina Stitches actually did it as well, and she didn't use the Owl Forest threads. She used her own, and it turned out really, really good. There's also like a black and white version, basically. But yeah, so here is where I'm at. And their needle minders are very stuck together. Oh, that's fun. So, those needle minders really like to stick together. They are very happy. Don't rip my fabric, please. We're going to move you clear over here. Okay, so I ended up having to add on fabric to my piece of Stitch Me, because it was not long enough. As you can see, it's barely. So it's a good thing I'm going to make this into a wall hanging, so I think it'll work. So this is the very top corner, top right hand corner. And then I'm going to actually stitch all the way across so that I can do that. And then, yeah, because this part is also the white rabbit, but it is also this border along the top. So super fun. Glad I was able to finish that or get a good start on it. But yeah, it's a fun one to do. And like I said, it's free on their website. This is with the Owl Forest embroidery threads. I ordered them a long time ago, so before all the hullabaloo and stuff and things. So, which is stupid. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, so that's where I'm at on that, and that was 500 stitches. And that was my goal for the Arbitrary August this month, or last month, was 500 stitches on my projects. So, and then it spun. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, had to delete some files off that SD card. But, where was I? I was at Monopoly, Spins, Arbitrary August, that's where I was. Sorry. Arbitrary August, let's get back to there. Okay. So after Alforest the Alforest Embroidery Alice Stitch Along, that is free on their website. The wheel spun the Bella Filipina Alice. So, she's right there? No, she's not right there. She's in this one. Oh, that's Cabinet of Curiosities. Okay. The Bella Filipina Alice also got 500 stitches. Let me find her cover photo. That is her cover photo. I am doing her on a different project, or a different fabric from Under the Seas Fabrics. And the other half of this fabric is going to be on the Snow White on the Poison Apple one. So, and here is where I'm at with the Bella Filipina Alice. Bella Filipina Alice. I need to be careful how I say that. So I worked more on this outer border, and I'm just gonna go all the way around to get that finished, and that's about 500 stitches on that. So super fun. And then I went, I played Monopoly with Sammy J, and I want to say, who's on this board? There's a couple people, Holly and Laurel, Megan May, Gina, who's Vic Stitch and Buttons' friend, Vicky Reading and Stitching, Sammy, I think that's it. And so I rolled one property, and it said to go to the nearest unclaimed property, and Sarah was dumb and read the thing wrong, and so I ended up going over to, oh, I lost a needle minder there. Ended up going to the space that my Mirabilia Alice is on. So Alice in Wonderland was a theme in August, which was kind of fun. And so I stitched 500 stitches on this and realized it was the wrong project. It was just, everything was a mess. I was not doing good with Monopoly that week, time, whatever. And it's just kind of, I was a mess. And Holly had to talk me off a ledge. I texted Sammy. I was like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. And then Holly talked me off the ledge. And I was like, fine, I'm not going to purchase it, but I'm just going to do it. So I went ahead, did my 500 stitches on that one, and then picked up the correct project, which is one that I wanted to work on, you know, pretty soon anyway, because it's the substitute for Lilac Pixie. And I can't get it open. What's going on here, my friend? There we go. And this is Autumn Thanksgiving Harvest Fairy. And these are available as just the patterns now. It used to be you had to buy them in the whole kit with the Casa Colorworks. And it's really nice because it came with the floss, the fabric, and all the beads and stuff that you needed to go with them. And so I got 500 stitches on her. She looks a little lopsided. Hopefully we can even her out here. But yeah, so got 300 something stitches on her, I want to say. Or no, I think I did do 500 stitches. I just did the 200 I needed to do on Monopoly and then moved on. So yes, that's where I'm at on her and her cute little feet. So, and she's one of my monthly goals that I want to try to hit, and I want to do 500 stitches on her, just like with my lilac pixie and my cardinal points and all of those. So, oh, you don't go over there because you don't get to put away. And then another arbitrary thing was Whip Go call, and I was getting towards the end of the month, and I was like, oh, I need to work on my Whip Goes, and I knew that I would get my Whip Go that Gina chose next month for sure, so it's going to be a little late, Gina, I'm sorry. And then Kate chose James Webb Telescope, and so I did 500 stitches in this one. And this is Pillars of Creation, and that's where I'm at. And all of these little hexagons are full coverage, which is really fun. So that's Pillars of Creation, James Webb Telescope, and that's Kate from Fickle Stitches chose that for my Whip Go. And happy birthday, Kate, by the way. Let me go grab my Whip Go board for September, and I will be right back. Okay, Whip Go for September was called, and the numbers were 14 and 18. And so the people that are on my Whip Go are Belinda from Aussie Stitcher, and she chose the Dragon and the Fairy, which is my only Joan Elliott that I currently have on the go. I don't think I own any more either, so there are some I'd like to own. But so this is Dragon and the Fairy. I started this with Vic Stitch and Button and with Belinda Aussie Stitcher, and it's a really fun stitch. I really am liking doing it, and I worked on, I got 500 stitches done on it, or I will get 500 stitches done on it. And I'm just working in, this way. I'm working in the wings of the dragon, and then these right here are the wings of the fairy, which is kind of fun. So I'm just working down here. I'm trying to work a page at a time. So that's where we're looking at. So this one will get 500 stitches in this month. And then Stasha from Stitch and Crime, who just posted a video. Love her stuff. She's got some fun stuff. And if you like true crime, she does true crime. And mostly like focused on the Intermountain area, Idaho, Utah, Arizona. So she focuses on that little corner. And she chose Books Are Magic, which is quite fun. And I got this at the Crazy Woman Stitch Retreat, which is happening this weekend. It's the last one. Wish I could be there. But yeah, it always seemed to fall around my daughter's birthday, and so we're kind of busy this year too, since we're doing a Disneyland parade, and just I couldn't get the time, find the time to go. So I will miss everybody who is going. And Misty does some amazing retreats, and I will miss being able to go to that one. So love you, Misty, and yeah, hope everybody who's going has a great time. I think Kay in the Cave and Lisa, her best friend, are going, so I will miss you ladies, but hopefully I am going to the Fall Stitch West, so ping me down below if you are going to be attending the Fall Stitch West. But this is where I'm at on, oh, I just threw something on the ground where it sounded like it. See, I'm a mess today. I'm just a mess. And here we are where I'm at for Books Are Magic. So I'm working on the pages. I did get the silk pack from Brandy at Stitch Me. The only thing I don't like is that they're supposed to be two different colors in that, and the silk are very, very close, but I've already stitched them. I'm not going to take them out. So, and it's just not working that way. I just want to make sure nothing has fallen. Okay, so that's going to get some love, 500 stitches. Okay, and then Sammy does categories, and I love following her categories, just because it's super fun. It gives me a place to kind of focus and work on what I want to work on, but also give me kind of, this is what you need to do. I used to do a lot of stitching games. I did Magical Stitches back when it was formed. I was one of the OG people. Crystal Academy was super fun. The Myth and Magic was really fun, and then it didn't get to be fun. So I'm really liking Sammy's categories, because it's just kind of like, it's kind of like the Daily 30 categories. That kind of went really weird too once Cheryl left, and I know, and it's not the admin. I think it's more some of the people. I don't know, but because I love some of the admin in Daily 30. So anyway, PDF. This is September categories. PDF, new design 24-25, full coverage, nautical, and Stitcher's Choice. So what I chose to do for PDF, this is the Brooks Books Ariel, and this one is kind of like, it's really fun. It's a 40 count Verdal that I'm doing 2/1. Oh, she looks so gorgeous. And then this is Petite Treasure Braid, and then 1 strand of DMC, and I believe this is all the DMC. The rest is going to be Treasure Braid and Delica Beads is what I chose. So Ray from Stitching Sunshine Ray, I was very inspired by her. She does some that are like 1/1 on 25 count or 28 count, and I was like, that's way cool. But I wanted to do my own little version, and this would be fun, like a Mira, or I'm like, if I can do a Brooks Books, I can probably do like a Nora or a Mira, and it's just gonna take some, converting and just some patience. So that's what I'm working on right now. I did do the first couple months or couple weeks seemed like weeks. First couple days, I always do I forgot to do this before we talked about categories. I always do my Fairy Moon. And this is a borrowed pattern from my friend. And she is my part that I have I've split up into 12 pieces. And there is September's piece done. And I'm actually going to take it out of the Q-snap and show you what she looks like in all her glory. Because I have to move the Q-snap anyway, so why not, right? And I think some of my, they're a little busted. It's fine. But there's a lot of fabric. But the nice thing is I can now cut this, at least from the bottom, to give me a little less fabric to be on the Q-snap. So. There she is. Oh, she looks so good. Right there. She's beautiful. She's beauty and she's grace. But yes, all of the white. Oh, there's the rest. But yeah, so I'm gonna trim this down, but all of the white is done. October and November is her wings, so there's part of her wings getting started. And then November and December are gonna be beads. So I don't have the moon. The moon, I wanna say, starts up here somewheres. But there's a lot of beads and it was hard to count up, so. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be able to trim down, because that's her feet and stuff, so I'll trim a little bit of that down. And yeah, she's so pretty. love her. So I'll get her trimmed and then put her back in the Q-snap. But that's how close we are. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. So, so happy. All right. Putting these things back on so I don't lose them. Okay. And then we'll get back to categories. Hang on. I'm all discombobulated a little bit. So sorry. Well, I'm not sorry, because this is real life and real life happens. So. Okay. And then new design, I'm actually going to use my cardinal points. This is one I like to sub in if I don't have something or I don't want to work on something. So Gina will get her stitches on this, and I feel like I've lost a needle. That's, oh, it's back here on the back. So no needles lost. This is, I want to say I only have 3 pages left, or 2 pages left. Yes, I have 2 pages left. So this is the furthest left, and then I have 2 more pages. So this one will get 500 stitches. So hopefully this one will see a finish pretty soon, and I can swap something else in. Full coverage is Under the Evergreen. This will make Laurel happy. She's working on this one too. And I am doing a half of it at a time, a quarter of it or whatever. I am working kind of on the doll. I think there's a doll right here. But the teddy bear's done. So I kind of go for the blocks of color. Makes it a little bit easier. And then I can do the confetti, the little ninja stitches. So that one will get 500 stitches. And then my nautical, and all of these bags, most of mine are Stitch and Button. I do have a couple of Garon Totten bags, a couple of, I think they're Emily bags from Stitchery Express, a couple of House of Stitch and Stash bags, so they're kind of random. And this is Seaworthy Sampler. You can now get this. This was the 2022 Stitch West exclusive by Teresa Kogut, but you can now get this one for yourself. And here is where we are at. I'm working on filling in that whale, I think. So that's what I'm working on. So that'll be some nice fill-in stitches, which will be good. And then Stitcher's Choice. What I've chosen right now, because, you know, your board, your rules type of thing. It's like with Whip Go. I am going to be going to Disneyland in November. Electric Light Parade is not going right now. But that is the Electric Light Parade mandala. Why are we flashing my... I know that Colette, the Highway Stitcher, Brenda from Handwork Maniac, and Alma's Little Wonders. I don't know who else. Emmy, are you working on this one too? Do you have this? Mission Stitch, Emmy, do you have this? So, and this is where I'm at. I'm doing, this is by Atomic Tiki Pins. And I am doing the version that has beads in it. So Mr. Elliott's going to have a lot of beads, and I'm just working on filling him in. It's pretty fun, but I've got that middle thing done. So yeah, it'll be lots and lots of fun. I'm excited to work on that again. And then, of course, I have my reindeer that I will be working on the 14th. Let's see, I'm going backwards. So, because that one was, because I had to, of where I'm starting. And that's, comment. Okay, Rudolph, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer. Vixen, Comet, Blitzen. I started with Blitzen. And I did show this one, but here is there's Blitzen. I started with Blitzen because I didn't want to move my Q-snap, and the part that I'm working on was already, is not counted down all the way. And somebody's at my door. And then I will be working on Scared the Cat. That was pretty funny. And then I will be working on Donner this month for my tissue box. So there's that. And then our last one will be Cupid. And then I think I'm going to do them as a monthly kind of rotation next year so that I can get them done, and then the sled. So we'll see how far we can get on those. I didn't have any haul or anything like that. Like I said, I am going to the October Stitch West, so here in a couple months, next month because it's September. And yeah, super excited to go and do that. My mom will not be with me this year. She is going on a cruise to celebrate her 50th wedding anniversary with my dad, so pretty excited about them being able to do that and celebrate themselves. And yeah, so we did have a nice party open house for them a couple months, or last month, so flew in some friends and family, and yeah, that was lots of fun. So that's where I'm at. That's where we're going to go. We're going to end this chaotic Flosstube here. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Let me know if you're going to Stitch West in October. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you then. We'll talk to you later, friends. Bye.